All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about something that is, let's be honest, the foundation for success in just about anything, self-discipline. But, and this is a big but, we are not talking about gritting your teeth and forcing yourself through misery. No way. We're going to build a system, a real practical system from the ground up that actually works for you.
Does this sound a little too familiar? That alarm goes off, you open your eyes, and boom! Before you've even thought about coffee, this wave of exhaustion just hits you. It feels like you're already behind and the day hasn't even started. You know, it's a super common feeling, but I promise you it is not a life sentence.
That feeling? It's a key part of what we can call the daily cycle of doom. It's that feeling of just drifting. You're going through the motions, reacting to emails, reacting to notifications, but there's no real purpose, no fire behind what you're doing. You're not driving the car. You're just a passenger on autopilot.
And in this cycle, every little task, every ping from your phone, it feels like it's draining your energy, right? It's like a little leech on your attention. You know you have important stuff to do, but this constant barrage just makes you want to procrastinate. And suddenly, you're scrolling on your phone, because, let's face it, our brains are wired to chase that easy little hit of distraction instead of doing the hard work of focus.
So the big question is, how do we break this cycle? Well, it all starts by totally flipping our idea of what self-discipline even is. For a lot of us, that word brings up these images of, a drill sergeant yelling in your face, of restriction, a punishment. But that whole model is broken. What if there's a completely different way to look at it?
What if self-discipline wasn't a drill sergeant, but more like an internal compass? Entrepreneur Jen Drummond talks about it like this. It's a framework that helps you navigate your life with purpose. See, it's not about being hard on yourself. It's about channeling your energy in a way that actually aligns up with who you want to be and where you're trying to go.
And this quote from James Clear just nails it. You can have the biggest, most amazing goals in the world, but if you're just relying on pure willpower, well, that's going to run out eventually. The real secret isn't about having more willpower, it's about building better systems. Your daily habits, your routines, that's what really gets you results.
Which brings us to the really fun part, designing your daily blueprint. Think of it like this. If your goals are the destination you're trying to reach, then your daily routine is the turn-by-turn navigation that gets you there every single day.
I absolutely love this analogy. A routine isn't a cage that traps you. It's scaffolding. It's a support structure. It takes away all that decision fatigue, that mental exhaustion you get from having to make 1,000 tiny choices all day. When you have a solid routine, you free up all that brain power to focus on the things that actually matter.
And what's so important to get here is that there is no one-size-fits-all answer. For example, an executive's day might be all about these big blocks of deep work and strategic planning. But a homemaker's day might be focused on knocking out core chores first thing in the morning to get that early win and feel accomplished. One isn't better than the other. They're just designed for different priorities. Your blueprint has to be yours.
Okay, so how do you figure out what to put in your blueprint? This is a fantastic tool, the Eisenhower Matrix. It's super simple. It forces you to ask, is this task urgent and is it important? A lot of us live in quadrant 1, the urgent and important. The fires we have to put out. But the real magic, the key to a proactive life, is spending as much time as you can in quadrant 2. Important, but not urgent. This is where you plan, where you exercise, where you learn, the stuff that actually moves your life forward.
So let's put this all together into 4 simple steps. 1. Get crystal clear on your priorities. 2. Physically block out time for them in your calendar. 3. Be absolutely ruthless about getting rid of distractions during that time. Put the phone in another room. And 4. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to prepare for the next one. Lay out your clothes, make your to-do list. This one little thing makes tomorrow so much easier. Now we get to my favorite part. This is like the secret weapon in all of this. It's a concept called the keystone habit, and honestly, it is a total game changer. It's the one domino that can knock over a whole line of other ones. Seriously, just pause and think about that. What if you didn't have to change your entire life all at once? What if you just had to find the one right habit that would start a chain reaction and pull everything else into place almost automatically? Well, that's a keystone habit. Author Charles Duhigg explains it as this core routine that kicks off a cascade of other good decisions. It's that first domino. Once you push it, a whole bunch of other positive habits start to fall into place, without you even having to think about them. James Clear gives the perfect example: exercise. When he consistently works out, he just naturally starts wanting to eat better. He doesn't have to force it. Then, he sleeps better, which means he has way more focus the next day, and that focus reduces his stress.
See how it works? He doesn't need to use willpower on all those other things because the one keystone habit makes them happen almost on their own. So you're ready to design your day, you're thinking about your keystone habit, but it is so important to remember this. This is not about being perfect. Building discipline is a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And look, you are absolutely going to have setbacks. There will be bad days, you'll miss a workout, you'll hit the snooze button. A disciplined person isn't someone who never messes up. They're someone who doesn't let one mistake derail them completely. Instead, look at it like data. What went wrong? Why? And make sure you celebrate the small wins. That's how you build momentum.
Building real, unbreakable self-discipline can feel like you're trying to climb a huge mountain, and you don't just magically appear at the top, right? You get there by taking one single step, and then another, and then another. It's all about that day in, day out consistency. So I'll leave you with this question. Forget about trying to fix everything at once. Just think about this. What is the one small, powerful habit you can start tomorrow that could be your first domino, the one that starts you on the path to building the life you really want?